So, because of the timing that Donald Trump came into office, because of me knowing what he was doing with his executive orders in regards to ending modern day slavery, and I was a nurse for many of these young women that were out of trafficking, and I've never seen that on the level I was seeing it. It was on a regular basis. And it just happened to be in my rural county, one of these safe houses, because there were other ones. It was in his executive orders, to have these homes, faith-based, by the way. And these women were so loving and caring that the director and all the women that worked in these homes, this was all in his executive orders. And so that's why I began fighting for him. Because watching him be targeted, I understood it. Because I had went through it on compared to what he's gone through on a small scale, and I knew that no, it's not him being paranoid. It's not him making things up. No, this is what this system does. And everything fell into place for me. Again, I had that whole 11/11 thing going on, happening in the end of 2018. Still can't explain that. But it stopped once I started speaking up. Because I have said before, Northwestern, that's where I was a nurse in the ER as a psych nurse. They put in those blacklisted cameras. So that's why I started contacting the White House. And the White House and I contacted FBI, DOJ, all summer long of 2020. The only people that got back to me, but I didn't talk to them directly, but they left me a message, was somebody from the White House. Yeah, on a voicemail. But I had also told them about my first nursing job and how, no, the system is corrupt. There's nothing that can be done about what happened to me 13 years ago, and it was wrong. But these people cannot be in place anymore. And this is who the director was and still is of the place where all that happened to me at. Sister Catherine Ryan. Also, Officers Catholic Lawyers Guild of Chicago. She works with juvenile justice. The juvenile justice city in Cook County, most especially, but in Illinois, is a very hidden court. Okay, but I saw that she can't do the right thing. And look at, she's a Catholic nun. This was a Catholic hospital. So I have more than just one reason why I call out the Catholic Church. It's because for whatever reason, none of the people that ever head these places up, most especially when it's dealing with children in the state system, seem to be able to do the right thing. CatholicCitizens.org of Illinois. What a trash organization that is. So for all the Catholics that have gone off on me in the past couple of months and in my comment section, it's like, no, I'm sorry. If this is the garbage that the Catholic, but it doesn't surprise me. The Catholic Church is a false church. That's why these people get in that have no moral compass, that don't do the right thing, that aren't honest. Sister Catherine Ryan, a Franciscan nun and veteran of juvenile justice lawyer. How many lawyers do you know that are nuns? Was named head of Maryville Academy on Monday. So the hospital I worked at was an affiliation of Maryville, where it all happened, where that chief nursing officer came from University of Illinois Chicago. There's no way Illinois Nurses Association didn't know who she was. They did. That's why the lawyer for Illinois Nurses Association wasn't defending me or using the evidence that could have shown this targeting went on. But then it was corrupt at all the levels. It was corrupt at the political level, at the state level, at the county level, and at the federal level. And so all these people are focused on is their socialist communist agenda. They're sick. So when Trump came into office and I saw what was happening to him and I saw he was doing good things, it was just a sign to me, along with everything else, that God was saying, no, it's time to clean the garbage out. And all these people are doing is buying time. That's all they're doing. Can you do anything to her what she did 13 years ago? No, because they can make a ton of excuses why they did what they did, even though it was completely immoral for them to have emotionally abused a child that was in their care. But nothing will happen to them. This system gets away with whatever it wants. It's the innocent people that suffer. Sister Ryan was born in Davenport, Iowa, and raised in Glenview, Illinois. She attended Regina Dominican High School in Wilmette and joined the School Sisters of St. Francis in 1965. She holds a bachelor's degree in history from Alverno College in Milwaukee, a law degree from Northwestern University, and a master's in business administration from DePaul. And she's a nun. How interesting. Is she really a nun? And she's still heading the place up. I doubt she's probably even a nun. How many nuns do you know that are lawyers? Lawyers in Chicago, Cook County? So she's been in that role for a long time, and before that she was in Springfield in juvenile justice, a hidden court. So the state system isn't protecting the kids, but it's like that in every state. And this is why they hate Donald Trump, because their days are numbered. It's really not Donald Trump that, in my opinion, they have to worry about. The one thing that I realized after so many years of struggling with, because in AA many times, you're taught to keep it simple. Keep it simple, pray and do the next right thing. That's what often people say, pray and do the next right thing. And every step of the way, that's all I've tried to do. I'm not saying I'm perfect, by no means am I perfect, but I kept trying to do the right thing. And so that's why I struggled, and I wrestled with God for many years after that happened, because I'm like, so many people were all this injustice, and I know injustice happens, but I guess I was naive and thought, but eventually, the truth comes out, right? That's what you always hear. But all these years would pass, and and there were people even trying to tell me, no, what I did was wrong. No, I didn't do anything wrong. I did nothing wrong. I was helpful to the patients I took care of. I cared about them. I brought therapeutic things into that hospital, and that hospital knew it. This was all targeting me because of the nursing union that was voted in. And I think I just think it was about wickedness. Because why not the union should have never told me to rescind it when the lawyer wasn't going to defend me. And I don't think he ever wanted to. It was our rep, who I don't think had bad intentions, the union rep. He was the one that told me to rescind it. He's like, no, you voted a union in. Well, we don't have a contract. He said it doesn't matter. So I don't think the lawyer, they just wanted me to go away. They never wanted the union to take off in this hospital. The whole point to it was so that 2 years after all this happened, this hospital was able to say, Sister Kathy Ryan was able to get on the news, all the Chicago news, and say, we have to close, we can't afford the nursing union. So it was a great way to then allow a globalist organization to come in. I think it was U.S. Health Fest, the U.S. globalist health system, to come in and gobble it up, because it's still open. It's just not under Maryville affiliation anymore. So it was very designed for the socialist agenda. And when it comes to the socialist, far-left, lunatic liberals, they do not care what they do to people. They don't care if they're a nurse, they're a lawyer. They will do any ungodly thing to anybody in the quest for their socialized, communist, sick system, because they're wicked people. They're wicked people that don't look at their own dirty deeds. So I realized then when Donald Trump came in, it suddenly came on me. God said, it was going to happen to you, because if you stand up in this world and do the right thing, this world's going to knock you down. Not because you're doing the wrong thing, but because the people that are at the top don't know how to do the right thing. They're not about doing the right thing at any level. This is why, to this day, American Nurses Association blocks me on X, because they know that they're a corrupt organization. They're tied to Illinois Nurses Association. And if they will do this to the most innocent, like a patient that's a child in the state system, and to a brand new nurse, then just think what they're capable of. Really scary.